First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now. And today's starter, Clark Schmidt.
Well, he's allowing just over one base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That one missing inside. That one fouled off. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. And he handles it himself for the out. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. An offense that knows how to mash, Chris. Lots of power throughout the lineup. They're leading the league in homers right now.
Yeah, and I think when you're facing a team like this, pitchers coming in, they see the stats. They end up trying to nibble, trying to work on the edges, trying to expand the zone. And so I think the key, if these hitters can stay within themselves, obviously they have the ability to hit the ball a long way and score runs quickly. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Jose Ramirez, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Line drive, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. It affects the game in so many ways, right? Your ability to come back is usually tied to power. If you can deliver a huge hit with 1 swing of the bat, it really changes your capability when you fall behind. And now it's Juan Soto. That one hammered center field. That's back. And that one is off the batter's eye. Wow, out of here. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 2-0. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
Base is empty, 1 away. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate, coming off a 4-hit effort in yesterday's game. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1.
Judge enjoyed success at the major league level right away. He hit 52 home runs as a rookie, breaking Mark McGwire's record, and became the first Yankee to win Rookie of the Year since some guy named Derek Jeter.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Robles pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the veteran first baseman, Bryce Harper. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. Gone. He sends it out of here. His 17th of the year, and they tack one on the board. It's 3-0, and that's his 5th straight game leaving the yard.
And Boog, if he goes a game or 2 without hitting a home run, he's going to feel like he's going to get sit down to the minor leagues.
We weren't sure it would ever land, and 460 feet later, it finally did, as we get a look at StatCast.
Well, StatCast was invented for home runs just like this one, and he had some ridiculous bat speed on that swing, man. Everything was synced up. The backspin was incredible, and that's why it went a long, long way.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Batting 7th, the catcher, Yainer.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Yainer Diaz.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Arozarena sizing this one up. Nabs it. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. Back in Seattle, today's starting pitcher, Garrett Cole, having a pretty ridiculous season so far, Singy.
Yeah, you see there with the sub-2 ERA, very dependable guy, and he's been pretty much lights out so far this season. So, you know, when a guy like this takes the mound, Boog, I'm expecting to watch him get into a rhythm quickly and just move through a ball game. Sometimes you can see some big strikeouts. Other times it's hard to even know he's there because the innings go so quickly.
This one lifted in the air, left field, Doyle. Hauls it in, and there's one away. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Randy Arozarena.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, you know, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and you know, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Hit in the air, center field, Merrill. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Batting 3rd, the center fielder,
Julio Rodriguez now. He might be the most popular player in Seattle sports at the moment. Up and in, 1-0. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Harper pulls that one down, and that is that. And 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. They trail in this one 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. At the plate, Jackson Merrill. Schmidt back to work. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Arozarena makes the grab, and there's one down.
Batting 9th, the left fielder, Brenton.
So digging in, Brenton Doyle.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Inside, and that is ball 1. 1 out, base is empty. And there's a rocket into the outfield.
The batter, number 13.
So the lineup flips over. Jazz Chisholm Jr. digs in now.
Runner, yes.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. He's in there. One out, and a runner at second here at the top of the second. Next offering is down low. Rusty Valentine calling balls and strikes.
Boog, something I hear from hitters about Valentine is they know they don't have to protect off the plate too much in 2-strike counts, and that can be a big deal in terms of your confidence and seeing some pitches in that at bat.
Hit on the ground to the right side, and that's just foul. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
Nope, he held back. One out and a runner at second. Left field, Arozarena under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Here's Jose Ramirez. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And first offering is fouled off. Man at second. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The 0-2. Checks a swing, appeal to third. He did not go around. Doyle on at second with 2 down. That one almost got him.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Runner at second, 2 down. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. Check on the runner. Doyle back on a dive. Right side, Polanco. Fires over to first. And Ramirez is set down. Third out, and that ends the frame. 1 left for the Yankees, but they lead it 3-0. Back at T-Mobile Park, bottom of the second. And now the switch-hitting catcher, Cal Raleigh. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns. A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
You see the velocity, 97 with that fastball. High fly ball down the left field line. Doyle ranging back. Fielding for the wall. Makes the catch and foul ground.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Luke
Raley up next for the Mariners. In for a strike. 0-1.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
Next one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Merrill sizes this one up and puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 2 down.
Batting sixth, the left fielder, Randy.
2 down, base is empty. And up next for Seattle, Randy Arozarena. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
So hard to touch. I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Struck him out looking. Mariners are down in order. They trail it here 3-0. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. And it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Aaron Judge comes to the plate now. We think of home runs when we see Judge, which makes sense because, well, he hits a lot of them.
Yeah, you're right about that, Boog. In fact, Judge hit 300 home runs before he reached 1,000 hits. The only other player in MLB history to do that was Mark McGwire.
I think of home runs with that guy, too.
Yeah, same.
And another ball.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Judge waits. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with a middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
First and second, no outs. Stepping in, Bryce Harper. He's already homered here in this one. And that one cutting but missing down low. Action in the pen down there. Emerson Hancock, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That's back there. Gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they throw 3 on the board. It's 6-0.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Clark Schmidt departs, and the home run really bit him today as he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm coming on after the break.
Now pitching for
Emerson
the Mariners,
Hancock will take over
number
here.
26.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Here's Francisco Lindor, and that's outside, and that's ball 1. Hancock, a 6'4" righty, 25 years old, a former first-round pick in 2020. Up the middle. Crawford throws to first in time, and one away in the top of the 3rd.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Here's the catcher to hit, Yainer Diaz. There's the strike. That's a laser base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, the center
And
fielder,
now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. And that one hammered. That's back. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Coming home. He'll score.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that.
Up
I
next
love
for the
the
Yankees,
approach he had right there with that
Brendan
pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
One out, runner at second. Brenton Doyle, the next to hit. In the air, right side. Robles drops steps, heads back on it. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. And that one a little below the knees. Ball 1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Merrill on third with 2 out. That's in there, and the count is 1-2.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. So 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Yankees 7 and the Mariners nothing. Set for the bottom of the third. Now it's the Mariners DH. Cade Marlowe.
Marlowe.
Late on that fastball.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. And the 0-2. That's a little bit low.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And there's a ball. Swing and a miss. A strikeout for Garrett Cole.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're bumping high 90s, you get away with some of those. More margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
Next offering is in for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. And that's outside. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting the feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
J.P. Crawford in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That misses, and it's 1-1.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
2 down, nobody on. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back in Seattle,
Leading off
John
for the
Sciambi
Yankees,
with Chris
the third
Singleton,
baseman,
and set to lead off the fourth, Jose Ramirez. Laser could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the
Now
play,
batting,
Boog. It's not always
designated
easy
hitter,
seeing the
Juan
ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Here's Juan Soto. He's already homered in this game. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Here's something cool, Boog. When they finished building T-Mobile Park back in 1999, they actually opened it up in the middle of the season. I remember as a rookie with the Chicago White Sox, we opened the season at the Kingdome, and then when we came back later in the year, we were playing at T-Mobile.
That one is absolutely belted onto the track, and he makes the catch. Runner tags at second.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Here is Aaron Judge.
This is all about situational hitting. It's crucial in this spot. Do whatever it takes to put the ball in play, and hopefully you find a gap in the defense.
Judge rips that one. That's back there. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Runner tagging from third. He's in on the sac fly, and it's an 8-run lead.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
Here comes Bryce Harper. And a foul ball.
He didn't want to give up that run, but he did. Got the fly ball, sac fly out. Now it's time to attack these other guys. Get your team back in the dugout.
2 outs. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco.
Now
Lindor.
up to hit, Francisco Lindor. 1 for 2. First pitch misses. Hit hard, base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2
Now
away.
batting, catcher, Yainer Diaz.
Yainer Diaz now at the plate. And that
No, that's a ball.
misses. And that's ball 1. And another ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Hit in the air, left field. Arozarena makes the catch, and that is that. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. On now to the bottom of the 4th. It's the Yankees 8 and the Mariners nothing. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you... Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. He'll circle the bases. It's 8-1. Chris, we knew this moment was coming for him soon.
Yep, and it finally came. We knew it was only a matter of time before he's going to connect with one just like that. Just too good of a hitter at the plate. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here's Donovan Solano. He's been a great free agent sign. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
That clips the corner. Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's
number
still in the
44,
strike zone,
Julio
can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Rodriguez.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. 0 for 1 as he popped out foul to first. And that clips the inside corner.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon boob. And
Big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for
Now
having him
batting,
out in front
the
of that
catcher,
pitch.
Cal
Clearly, he had him fooled.
Raleigh.
2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Cal Raleigh. Right through there for a strike. Fought off foul. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. Still a lopsided affair at 8-1 now. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Merrill.
Hancock back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
You know, these Yankees, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Now batting, the left fielder, Brenton Doyle.
So up next, Brenton Doyle. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
That one's in there. It's 0-1. Foul ball there. And ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Just outside. 2-2. To the right side. Steps on first for the out.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. getting ready to hit. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And first offering is fouled off. That's inside. 2 outs, base is empty. And that one almost hit him. it towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Yanks held in check, and it remains an 8-1 game. We head to the bottom of the fifth, and here's the first baseman, Luke Raley. Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Mariners, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
Makes the catch for the out, and there's one down.
Up next for the Mariners.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. Caught looking his first time up. And there's a foul ball. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
Swing and a ball popped up. Harper has a beat on it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away.
The designated hitter, number 5. Cade.
And now for Seattle, Cade Marlowe. Struck out swinging his first time. And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1. Just missed. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. In the air, center field. Merrill on his way over and makes the play, and that's out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. Ramirez in his 11th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Oh, 1 down. And that's outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one almost got him. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The batter, the designated hitter, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto now. Hit on the ground, might be 2. To Crawford for 1. Back to first, double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Aaron Judge at the plate. And Judge spoils that one. The Yanks up big in this one, and we're at the top half of the 6th. And downstairs.
1-1.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Raley right there to make the grab. And that is that. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Jorge Polanco.
Straight swing, foul to the left.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. The next pitch misses. The count now 2-2. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Crawford batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Swing and a foul out of play. And that's a little bit high. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The M's with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the 6th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. His home and away splits there. And first offering is fouled off. Swings through that.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been.
Got him swinging. And he strikes out the side for the 3rd time today. Nobody left for Seattle. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Trent Thornton.
Now pitching.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season.
Number 46.
You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Thornton.
Bryce Harper to the plate. 3 for 3 with a pair of home runs and a single.
Harper.
Bowen.
Backed off the plate that time. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. And he's gone yard again. That's his 3rd home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 9-1. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. A 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. He's one of the best players in the game. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And there's one down.
The batter, the catcher, Yainer Diaz.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Yainer Diaz. 1 for 3. Swings and misses. And that's strike 1. Swings through that one out in front that time. Way outside. Now 1-2. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. In the air, right field, Robles on the move. 2 down.
Now batting, the left fielder, Brenton Doyle.
So digging in, Brenton Doyle. Swings and misses, went with the sweeper. Diaz, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper.
0-2. One ball, 2 strikes.
In the dirt, blocked. On the ground at first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer, and they're starting to run away. It's now 9-1. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summer.
Mariners, the third baseman, Donovan Solano.
That's in there. That's strike 1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
The 0-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Really love the pitch sequence right there.
The
I'm telling you what,
fielder,
pitcher and
number
catcher on the
44,
same page right now.
Julio
And stepping in for the Mariners,
Rodriguez.
Julio Rodriguez. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Fastball for a strike. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Snags it for the second out.
Well, those can be pretty
Up
fun as an
next
outfielder.
for the
Got to put it
Mariners,
into his
the catcher,
highest gear
Down.
and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Raleigh in the box again. Takes a strike.
0-1.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Mariners go down quietly there. They trail it big. It's 9-1. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Thornton back to work. Swings through that one for strike one.
No ball.
Action in the
One
bullpen
strike.
for Seattle. Colin Snyder, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Santos, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. The pitch. Ripped on a line. Robles makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where
Now
you have
batting,
to
the
remind
third
yourself
baseman,
it's
Jose
about the process. He did
Ramirez.
everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they can't get the out.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
And now, Juan Soto. First offering, and it just misses. Ramirez leads off first with one away. Off the mark there, and it's 2-0. Swung on, belted. Rodriguez going back. This one's going to carry, and it's gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 11-1. That's their fifth homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Luke, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
And here comes the Mariners manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Trent Thornton is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
New arm out of the
Mariners,
bullpen, Gregory Santos.
number 48.
He's into the game with the bases
Gregory
empty.
Santos.
It's Aaron Judge now. And Judge spoils that one. One down, base is empty. And ball one to Judge.
One ball, one strike.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Now batting, the first baseman, Bryce.
Here comes Bryce Harper. That clips the corner. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
0-2.
Foul tip into the mid, struck him out.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball. And then,
oh, now this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. Judge around second. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him.
I'm sure he feels really good about that
batter,
one. Not
the
much to
catcher,
this one other than
Yankees.
just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
2 on with 2 away. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Yainer Diaz, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. That one ripped. Rodriguez makes the play, and that'll do it. 2-run blast for the Yankees this inning. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. And now the first baseman, Luke Raley.
The first baseman, Luke Raley.
That's in there. Strike 1. Cole into his 8th inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
Doyle makes
Up
the
next
grab,
for
1
the
away.
Mariners,
Pitch count in
the left
great
fielder,
shape. It
Randy
seems he might have a chance to finish it.
Arozarena.
Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. 0 for 2 in this one. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's a baker's dozen strikeouts for him in this game.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, blowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Marlowe stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And that one misses up and in. Now 2-0.
No strike.
And that's a little high.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 3-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. And 1-2-3 go the Mariners. They trail by double digits, 11-1. Back at T-Mobile Park, new inning getting started. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jackson Merrill. And first offering is fouled off. Santos, a righty that throws with power. He features a slider, a sinker, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That gets down for a hit.
Now batting, left fielder.
So a man aboard, and up next for New York, Brenton Doyle. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Runner at first with no outs here. Left field, way back there. That's down. One hops off the wall. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Now it's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Hard on the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, you're definitely looking to do more with that opportunity at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position, but at least he puts the ball in play. They bring across 1 run. Still 1 out there to pick up.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. And he grounds 1 to the right side. And it goes just foul. And a swing and a miss.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
And takes low for ball one. Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And the batter now, Juan Soto. He's provided a couple of memorable moments already today.
Yeah, Boog, two impactful home runs, and the second one came in the 8th inning. This guy's swinging a red-hot bat in this one.
And the first pitch misses for ball one.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Two outs and a runner at third here at the top of the ninth. That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1. Just missed. Aaron Judge waiting to hit for the Yankees. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach. His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And Judge spoils that one. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One run in the inning, but they leave two. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. Yankees 12 and the Mariners 1. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
The second baseman, Jorge Polanco.
And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
And he is just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
And that is downstairs. 1-2 the count. This one in the air center field. Merrill has this one sized up. And out number 1 on the grab.
The batter, number 3, shortstop.
And here is J.P. Crawford. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. There's the strike. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. That misses off the outside edge.
Excellent arm action on that two-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. The Yankees up big in this one here in the last half of inning number 9. Strike 3 struck him out for the 3rd time today.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he
Now
leaves the
batting,
ballpark
right
after this
fielder,
one. That was his
Victor
3rd strikeout, and this one
Robles.
looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Lifted to left, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees slugged their way to a win in this one.
Really incredible performance on the mound. You know he's going to stew a little bit over that one hit that he gave up, because when you look at the body of work, so dominant. If he'd have made just one better pitch, perhaps he'd have a no-hitter.